Hello, I am Professor Panchabhai from KKOB Institute of Engineering Education and Research. Today we are going to discuss about a topic from theory of machine, that is gear terminology. Gear terminology means different terms related to the gear. In the figure, in this slide you can see there are two teeth are shown over here and having so many terms which are supposed related to the gears only. Okay, we will see it one by one. First term, pitch circle. Before that pitch circle, I would like to talk about some gears. The two gears are shown over here. They are meshing with each other. It means that the gear 1 and gear 2. Why we require gear? Gears are used to transfer the motion from one shaft to the another shaft. Okay, it means that one gear will be mounted on one shaft, another gear will be mounted on another shaft. So motion from one shaft to the another shaft will be transferred with the help of gear. As it is transferring, it means that a rotary motion from gear 1 to the gear 2. Rotary motion is required. Okay. So the rotary motion from gear 1 to the gear 2 is, or from shaft 1 to the shaft 2 is transferred with the help of gears. You can see in the figure these two gears are drawn over here. Now this is the dotted line is related to the pitch circle. What is the pitch circle? It is an imaginary circle. Okay, it is an imaginary circle by which we are getting a pure rolling motion. Why pure rolling motion? Because we are talking about a rotary motion. We are not talking about any sliding motion. As we are talking about a rolling motion, it means that there is absence of a sliding motion. What is the absence of a sliding motion? Means pure rolling motion. So point about which we are getting a pure rolling motion, about that point we are draw a one imaginary circle, and that circle is called a pitch circle. Okay, you got me? The pitch circle is nothing but an imaginary circle drawn on the gear about which we are getting a pure rolling motion. Why pure rolling motion? Because we are talking about a gear, and gear is used to transfer the rotary motion. What is the rotary motion? It means that the gear will rotate, one gear will rotate on a one shaft, and which is in mesh with the another gear which is mounted on another shaft. Okay, so motion will be transferred from gear 1 to gear 2 with the help of from from input shaft to the output shaft with the help of a gear. So there is absence of a sliding motion. It means that we have to consider the pure rolling motion, and that pure rolling motion we will get about a one point. That point is called a pitch point, and through that pitch point we are supposed to consider one imaginary circle, and that circle is called a pitch circle. Next one, a pitch circle diameter. It is nothing but a diameter of the pitch circle in the simplest way, but what actually it is a size of the gear. Okay, we have considered a pitch circle, but that pitch circle will have certain diameter which will be useful for mathematical calculation, and also we call the gear in terms of, or the size of the gear is given in terms of a pitch circle diameter, means a 40 mm diameter. A gear of 40 mm means what? This 40 mm is nothing but that its pitch circle diameter. The size of the gear is 40 mm diameter. That size of the gear always represent in terms of a pitch circle diameter. Okay. Next, pitch point. As we have discussed earlier, the pitch circle, while we have raised the question of a pitch point. What is a pitch point? Over here, two gears are meshed together. Okay, these two gears, while meshing, make a point of contact at this particular point, and this point is nothing but lying on the pitch circle. Okay, in the next figure, you can see the blue circle on gear 1 and green circle on another circle. They are meeting at point where you will get pure rolling motion, and the point about which you are getting a pure rolling motion, we have drawn pitch circle. Also the point of contact between two rolling circle, or between the two pitch circle, is known as the pitch point. Why pitch circle? Because about this pitch circle we will have a pure rolling motion, and we have to only consider the pure rolling motion, not any sliding motion. Okay, the point about which you are getting the pure rolling motion, that point is also called as a pitch point, and this point will be occur on the mating of two pitch circle only. Then next one is module. Okay, as far as the mathematical part is concerned, module definition is very simple. It is nothing but the ratio of pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth. represented by m equal to d by t. Why we require a module? Module is the imaginary term. Once again, module is the imaginary term. But this, as we discussed earlier, the pitch circle diameter, okay, it is nothing but a size of the gear, and every gear will have some number of teeth mounted on that gear. Okay, so the ratio between pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth will introduce one more terminology, and that term is called module. Why do you require module? Because the gear can be of specific size, that can be represented in terms of a pitch circle diameter. Also, the gear can have different number of teeth. To make a correlation between the size of the gear as well as the specific number of teeth on the specific size of the gear, we are supposed to introduce one more term, and that term is called a module. Means a pitch circle diameter of 100 mm or the size of gear of 100 mm can have a 20 number of teeth, also 40 number of teeth, also can have 50 number of teeth, also can have 100 number of teeth. Okay, so every time the size of the gear is same, but the number of teeth are changes. Also, I can keep the number of teeth same, but I can change the size of the gear. So to make a correlation between the size of the gear as well as the number of teeth to be present on a gear, we are finding out one more term, and that term is called as the module of the gear, and it is given in terms of a pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth. Okay, so that's why module is, you can say that module is once again imaginary term, but this imaginary term is related to the physical term which is present on the gear. What are these two terms? Pitch circle diameter and number of teeth. Okay, next one, diametral pitch. What is my diametral pitch? Diametral pitch is nothing but inverse of a module. Okay, what is the inverse of module? It means that it is the ratio of number of teeth to the pitch circle diameter, t by d. Over here you can see the module is denoted by m equal to d by t, and over here diametral pitch is denoted by p suffix d, it is equal to t by d, or number of teeth of pitch circle diameter. Why there is different? What is the difference between module and diametral pitch? Module is used in case of a SI system, generally by USA, USA, and diametral pitch is used by the UK. Okay, generally speaking. Okay, that's how. Otherwise, they have both are having the same significance. Okay. Next, circular pitch. What is the circular pitch? Circular pitch is nothing but a circumferential distance measured along the pitch circle. Over here, there are two teeth we can have. Okay, and these two teeth, this is nothing but a pitch circle, and on this teeth circle, if I consider one point on one tooth and the same point onto the next tooth along the pitch circle, and if I measure the distance from one point on a one tooth to the next point, to the corresponding point onto the next tooth, this distance is called a circular pitch. Mathematically, it can be calculated as the circumference of that gear upon number of teeth mounted on that gear. Okay, or you may also call that circular pitch equal to pi into d by t. What is the d by t? A module. So it can be once again written down in terms of pc equal to pi into module. Okay. Next, addendum. It is the distance from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. This is two teeth. This line is denoting the pitch circle. The distance from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. This is the top of the tooth. This is the bottom of the tooth. So distance from the top of the tooth to the from the pitch surface, from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth is the addendum. And similarly, the distance from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth is called dedendum, or it is known as dedendum. Okay. So this is above the top of above the pitch circle is the addendum. Below the pitch circle is the dedendum. If you have drawn a circle to the top of the tooth, it is called as addendum circle. If you have drawn a circle passing through the bottom of the tooth, then it is called a dedendum circle. Okay, addendum circle, dedendum circle. Addendum distance means circle distance from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. Addendum distance from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth, dedendum. And circle passing to the bottom of top of the tooth, addendum circle. Circle passing to the bottom of the tooth, a dedendum circle. Clearance. Okay, it is one of the important parameter or important terms related to the gear. Over here, one is yellow gear, another is a red gear. These two gears are meshed with each other. As per the theoretical speaking definition is the distance from radial distance from the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth space in the mating gear. Okay, these two gears are made over here. Okay, now you can see there is a some clearance between the top of the mating gear from top side to the bottom of the another mating gear. So this gap is nothing but a clearance. Why this is required? If you extend this portion of the addendum of the gear up to this, and if you fill up this gap, then these two gears will get jammed and there is no motion or no power is transferred from the gear 1 to the gear 2. And the primary objective of the gear is to transfer the motion from the input to the output. So primary objective will get failed. So there is a requirement of some amount of a clearance between the top of the mating tooth to the bottom of the another gear to with whom the gears are mating. Then full depth. Sum of addendum and dedendum is nothing but total depth. It is the full depth or total depth, one and the same thing. Total depth. Sum of the addendum plus dedendum is nothing but height of the tooth. Working depth. Working depth, you can see over here two teeth are there, and this is the addendum circle passing to the top of the tooth, and this is the dedendum circle passing to the bottom of the tooth. This is the whole depth or a total depth, means the distance from the summation of addendum plus dedendum. Okay, and this is blue color small is nothing but a clearance circle, and this gap between the clearance circle and a dedendum is nothing but a clearance. Okay, so what is the working depth? Working depth means the radial distance between the addendum circle to the clearance circle. It means from the whole depth we have to subtract the distance of the clearance, then the working depth is over. In the previous diagram over here, there the actual working depth of the working depth where the tooths are actually working is this one, not this area. That's why this depth is called as a working depth, not a total depth. Total depth is up to the bottom of the tooth, but what is the working depth? The working depth up to the only top of the tooth. Okay, so that's why this depth from the addendum circle to the clearance circle is a working depth. Addendum circle to the dedendum circle, whole depth, total depth. Means mathematically speaking, working depth can be equal to the total depth minus clearance. Tooth thickness. Tooth thickness is the radial distance measured along the piece circle from one point, or you can say it is the width of the tooth. If I consider one point on this on the piece circle, then up to this point, this total width, this width is called a tooth thickness. This width. Okay, you can't consider the width over at the top of the tooth or at the bottom of the tooth. While considering or while measuring the tooth thickness, we have to measure it along the piece circle only. Okay, next, tooth space. Tooth space, as we have seen, tooth thickness is the width of the tooth, and then tooth space is nothing but this what space or a gap between the two teeth. This is the tooth number 1, this is the tooth number 2, but there is a gap between these two teeth is called as the tooth space. The point where the tooth thickness has stopped, from the same point the tooth space has been started out, and it is come up to the point where you are once again the tooth is going to be start, or the tooth thickness is going to be start. And if we add the tooth thickness plus tooth space, you will get a circular pitch, a point on a one tooth to the corresponding point onto the next tooth. That is nothing but a circular pitch. Theoretically speaking, tooth thickness and tooth space, there is no gap between them, but practically speaking, there is a some amount of gap is required between the tooth thickness and tooth space. If there is no gap, once again jamming of the gear will be occur and no power will be transferred from the gear 1 to the gear 2. Then remaining 4 definition for the gear. Over here, face. Face means we are dividing. This is the surface of the tooth, side view, if along the axis of the shaft. Okay, this, and we are dividing, and this is the piece surface. From the piece surface, we are dividing the tooth surfaces into the two parts. Above portion is called as the face of the tooth, and below portion is called as a flank of the tooth. Okay, and this green area is called as the top land, surface of the top of the tooth, that is called as the top land of the tooth. And width, face width, last one is face width is nothing but a width of the gear along the measured along the axis of the shaft. Okay, thank you.